Welcome back. I had to do some work today, but it's time to take a break and drink some more because it's still hot out here. Today is H2O, not that San Pellegrino. Well, hello, how are you? This is, I've written about this before, but I don't think it's gotten to the people that would help the most, and that is the poor. And understand, if you are poor or lower middle income and you're trying and to work hard and all that, then this is not going to apply to you. This is for everybody who thinks they're going to get rich by whining and complaining and taking other people's money and taxing the rich. So it's you guys who, woe is me, man, it's the system, man. You blame any number one of things as long as it isn't yourself. You'll blame your sex or your gender. You'll blame the color of your skin. You'll blame boogeyman and general conspiracy. It's the corporations, man. You'll blame the Republicans. You'll blame whatever. You'll never look at this at yourself in the mirror and say, "Oh, you know, I'm the one that fucked up my life having 7 kids I couldn't afford through 3 different people," or "I'm the moron that majored in I got my master's in, what was it? The girl that we did the thing on recently yesterday at XOJ. One of the writers there got her master's in women's studies and tried to defend it, and it was hilarious as much as it was painful. That's what this video is for, because your goal. Well, let's ask, how old are you right now? I assume most of you are over 20. I'm just going to assume that most of you probably the average age are about 40. So let's just say 35. Could we say that? So you're half dead. You've already wasted half your life with the plan or the strategy of the goal. Your goal to make it rich, your goal to succeed financially in life is to take other people's money. And you're halfway over with your life. How is it working for you? Right? Is Detroit still a shithole? Are liberal arts majors still underemployed working at baristas? Are single parents with children that they couldn't afford still poor? Right? And you've been incredibly successful at getting the government to spend more and more of other people's money on you, and you're still poor. You're still lower income. You're either in the lower quintile or the lower second lowest quintile. Right? It's not working. Now, let me explain to you why it will never work, so that maybe you can make some changes in your philosophy and thinking and maybe not piss away your entire life. You've already pissed away the first half of it. Now I'm trying to help you prevent from wasting it completely, because when it's over, it's over. You don't get any shot, and you'll die poor like most poor people do. And a lot of people, that's really, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you out of poverty. What I'm trying to do is slap you across the face, make you wake up, make you realize it isn't working, and that if you want to salvage what's left of your life and enjoy it and not be piss poor, to consider a couple things. Because so far you've been lied to, you've been believing what the left tells you, you're still poor. So, I don't know, maybe it's time someone like me comes in there, slaps you upside the head like your father you never had, and gives it to you straight. Right? If your goal is to merely take other people's money, let's say you did that. Let's say you took all the rich's money. There is roughly $67 trillion of wealth in this country. That's everybody. Let us assume that the top 20%, the upper quintile, the rich, I think they own 85% of it, so that's $52 trillion, if I do the math right. So that's $52 trillion, right? If you look at the federal budget, $4.4 trillion a year annually goes to, federal and state, I'm sorry, to get it thorough, we basically spend $4.4 trillion a year on the poor, transferring. Now let's say you wanted your socialist, leftist, woe is me, it's the evil, pick your boogeyman, white man, corporation, sexist man, whatever, pick it. We give you what you want. We're going to take all that money, that 52 trillion of wealth from the rich people, and give it to you guys. Well, that 52 divided by the 4.4 is 12 years. Right? You'll run out of money in 12 years. Again, I'm talking about the poor people who aren't working, who have no desire or intention of working. Those of you that feel that you're entitled to somehow, there's been some great injustice done against you to the point that you're paralyzed, you can't get up your lazy ass, quit watching Jerry Springer and go get a job. Admittedly, I know there are no jobs. I'm not talking to the people who are trying. I'm not talking to the poor people like me. You know, we were I was poor. Some, you know, who want to be rich through their own work. I'm talking about you people whose game plan, whose goal it is, who you don't have a plan B. Your plan A, and that's it. Your plan A is other people's money. So, in the best situation for you, it's going to be 12 years, and then you're out of money. Then there's no money left, and there ain't no countries that are going to lend to the United States to keep people who don't produce anything alive. They just aren't. The Chinese are going to say, well, you're never going to pay us back. Why should all the Chinese people work to provide the money for you to never pay them back? What are they, your slaves? Is that what it is? Is that what it boils down to? Because that's essentially what you're asking them to do. So no one's going to lend money. Now here's the other thing, and this is why it's not even 12 years. If you decide that you're going to tax, confiscate, steal, nationalize, use whatever word you want, it's stealing, it's theft, other people's money, the rich, the value of their assets, it's not like they have it in cash. They don't have $52 trillion in cash laying around. By wealth, we mean all their assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, jewelry, I guess, private companies, capital assets, whatever. That's where they hold most of their wealth. Well, if you take that away, what you're telling them is it's worthless. All that is worthless. No one's going to have it inside. Like, let's say you're gonna steal all the corporate profits. You're going to get all those mean, nasty, rich people, and you're going to take away all those profits and all those stocks. Well, why would anyone want to buy the stock? See, because you're going to steal it anyway. It's worthless. There's no value to that property because you do not protect property rights. You understand why I'm saying? If at any time someone could come in and take my piece of shit house, Lord, please do. If any time anyone did that, oh yeah, we're just going to take, government just takes your house, sells it, gives it to poor people. What do you think the value of the house is going to be? That's right. There's going to be no value. No one is going to want to buy a house because they're afraid that if they were to buy the house, the same thing would happen to them. If they bought stock, the same thing would happen. It would just be taken away from them. So what's going to happen almost instantaneously, if it ever go through, it won't, because even the leftist politicians are not that stupid. Although Nancy Pelosi is pretty fucking stupid. You're never going to get that $52 trillion, because in order to get the $52 trillion in cash, I mean, do you want a big-ass house? It won't work. There's not enough big-ass houses out there to give to each individual poor person. So all this stuff would have to be liquidated, turned into cash, then that cash or a portion of it given to you. Well, who's going to buy all of it? If all of a sudden we got to unload $52 trillion of assets, stocks, bonds, housing, who's going to buy it? Knowing, again, on top of it, they say there's many problems with this. There's not enough buyers to buy all $52 trillion worth of wealth. It ain't going to happen. Number two, no one would want to buy it, seeing that you guys just decide, well, we're going to take it. You evil rich man. It's just getting to the corporations, man. Right? So you're not going to last no 12 years. You'll be lucky. If that happens, you'll be lucky that there's enough money to last 3 months. Because ain't nobody going to be able to buy it. There ain't going to be no cash. Right? So the best thing you got right now, the best thing that can happen is what's happening right now. Where you don't tax the death out of the rich just yet. You let them keep barely 50%. They're barely incented to keep in the incentive. That's a word. Look it up. Or incentived. Both are correct. They barely have enough reason to keep working hard and paying these exorbitant taxes, which you're too lazy to look. If you're too lazy to look for a job, you're too lazy to look up who pays what in taxes. You'll find out these evil rich people actually pay the vast majority of the taxes. Right? What I was saying before is that this is the best it gets, because right now you're giving them enough incentive that they keep slaving away to pay these exorbitant ass-raping taxes so that you could go and spit out more kids and major in stupid shit and then demand welfare and food in your Obama phones. All right? This is it. Right now, your lifestyle that you think is so unjust and so unfair, this is as good as it gets. For you, anyway. Now, for the other people, who are poor and want to work their way out of it, sky's the limit, right? And that's what I'm trying to show you is mathematically it's not going to get any better than this. It could, in theory, get better for like you could have some really egregious taxation going on, and it might take like a year or two for the rich, just the productive, to extrapolate or not extrapolate. to withdraw themselves. There's a different word for it. To get themselves and their investments out of the country. So you might be able to tax them as they're leaving. You might be able to there might be like a year or two where, oh yeah, fucking Obama, smartphones for everybody. And Peggy Joseph might actually not have to worry about her gas for. There's a little bug there. Get rid of that bug. You might actually not have to worry about gas for a year. But once all the productive people are gone, the people who make the gas, who build the homes, who do all this shit that you rely upon, you're going to go in way worse situation than you are right now. So it's up to you. You could keep living this craptastic life you got of hate, envy, which is really all it is, jealousy, anger. Some of you are racist, some of you are bigoted, right? All because you're too damn lazy and your ego's too damn big to go look at the mirror and say, you know what, I fucked up my life. I had kids I couldn't afford, and then the next 18 years I screwed myself. I wasted my life, and there's no one to blame except for me. Right? Until you go and look at that and make that decision or realize that mistake, realize that it's you who is to blame, you're never going to realize that the other good side of that coin is that it is you who is going to get yourself out of poverty. That you aren't relegated to stay in the trailer park. You're not relegated to stay in the barrio. You're not relegated to stay in the ghetto. If you want, you can. It's going to take a lot of work. And I can't guarantee you. There's no guarantee. Hell, I bust my ass off, but I'm doing better than. No, I'm not, but I have very little expenditures. But it's possible to live a better life than what you have now. But it is not going to be going through other people's money because it's not mathematically possible. Right? Now, if you stupid kid, okay, fine, don't listen to the math. Don't look this stuff up. Continue living your pissy lifestyle. Continue breeding kids you can't afford. Continue watching daytime Jerry Springer. Continue collecting your welfare check. I mean, you're never going to see the national parks. You're never gonna, I don't know, you're never going to go to a fancy restaurant. Maybe that's not, and those are kind of overrated. Like, I have had the money, or I could. Nothing's better than a good steak when you grill it out at home. But whatever these things, you're never going to enjoy it. You never will. Because you just don't have it. So, in any case, hopefully that helps out. Hopefully we'll get some of you people out of poverty. The rest of you are just going to hate this, but I don't care because you're going to die poor. Toodles.